Hello, bad golfers. It's Tommy Igo, founder of Bad Golf for Good. And today we are sitting down with CEO and founder of Rise Up Cooperative, Sandy Pricer, for our next nonprofit spotlight. I'm very excited to learn more about Rise Up's mission and all of the great things that Sandy and her team are doing in our community. So please join me in welcoming Sandy Pricer.
You so much, Tommy, for having me.
Absolutely. And I see you're in your car, so I know you're a busy person just out in the world changing lives. So I appreciate you taking some time out of your busy schedule to sit down with me today.
Absolutely.
So tell us, Sandy, for those who are just hearing about Rise Up Cooperative for the first time, what is the mission, if you could give a brief overview?
Yeah, so our mission is to equip and engage teens and young adults with the tools they need to be successful for tomorrow. So, giving them life and leadership skills so they can be better citizens in their futures.
It's amazing. Yeah, and I have so far doing Bad Golf for Good, all of my spotlight nonprofits have been focused around youth, and I've really just enjoyed our community's involvement with trying to uplift the youth of our community and make them better in any way possible.
I
So,
love that.
I'm so excited to be partnering with you as well. So I understand that you actually have a background in social services. How has this kind of shaped your mission at Rise Up? What led you to do this?
Yeah, so my entire adult career background has been in foster care in some form or fashion. And my husband and I adopting a sibling set of three from foster care was no different, just continued. So all of that kind of led into seeing firsthand the struggles that not just kids in foster care, but kids in general can face and being able to support them. Social services has been an eye-opening experience for sure. And I couldn't imagine my life doing anything else but serving the community and especially this population because they will be our leaders of tomorrow.
It's amazing. In your time as a social worker, was there a specific moment when you realized, like, this is the type of work that I need to be doing for my community?
There are probably a lot, but the one that stands out the most is at one point after my husband and I started having our biological children, I was teaching life skills in group homes here locally in our city. And then several years later, I had stopped doing that work. I was out and about downtown with my children, and a girl came up to me that looked familiar. She reminded me how I knew her, why she looked familiar. And it was one of the girls that was one of the girls, I just said that, in the group homes, is what I was going to say,
Mhm.
that I had taught life skills to. And she told me that I had changed her life. And that was impactful. And that was a seed that I carried with me for the rest of the time. It was probably 5, 8 years before I started Rise Up that had happened. So I carried that with me, knowing that even though I didn't think that anyone was paying attention, they, at least one, truly was. And the
Mhm.
fact that she recognized that what she had been taught changed her life was huge to me.
Awesome. Yeah, that's amazing. So to get that kind of validation that the work you're doing is really making an impact really hits home, right? I mean,
Yes.
and like you said, and I have this problem with my own children. It's like, I don't think they're listening, but every once in a while they come up to you with something that you feel like you taught them or helped them with, and you see the actual impact that it made, and it's just amazing. It warms your heart, right?
Yeah, 100%.
So, so when you're giving these life skills, it's in a lot of situations, it's a workshop that Rise Up is putting on. Can you tell us a little bit about the workshops and how many workshops does one individual teen typically attend?
Absolutely. So the workshops can be anywhere between 30 minutes and 60 minutes. A school or organization, and when it's a school, it's usually a teacher or an admin that brings us in. They reach out to us, and maybe their group needs something on anti vaping, online safety, budgeting, leadership just specifically, communication, etc. We have dozens of topics that we can do. So they reach out to us. They with that need, we reach out to our team of volunteers, sometimes myself, and we go in to the day and time that that organization has requested their need to be filled. And it's kind of a one-off right now with the second part of that question. How many workshops does a teen attend? Sometimes it's just one. Sometimes they just happen to be in that one group. Maybe Hickson Middle has brought us in before, and we spoke to their entire school, but we've only done that once. But it was over 200 kids that we reached that day. But then there's Glenwood and Shepherd community centers that we go to on a regular basis. So those kids have attended several workshops. So it really just depends on the location.
Okay. And are these workshops typically just more lecture focused, or is there some hands-on or participation from the students themselves?
Yeah, so it really depends on the place we're going. So they ask us to kind of personalize it. So the community centers tend to be, because they're after school, the kids are tired, there's smaller groups too. They want more hands-on, more activities, which makes sense. Those school-based ones, a lot of times they can be both, but they tend to be more presentation, lecture style. It kind of fits into the flow of the day since it's a school day, but also because that's what the time frame and with the large group that we're able to do usually.
Okay. And you've been doing Rise Up Cooperative for how long now?
Yeah, we are 5.5 years old. We will be 6 this fall. And so I'm very excited to. I feel a lot of people had told me that if your nonprofit can get past 5 years, that's a milestone. I don't know if that's true, but we got past 5 and I was very excited about it.
You're past the at least pretend milestone.
Right.
Don't know if it's true or not, but okay. So you've passed year 5, heading into year 6. What's on the horizon for Rise Up in the next 3 to 5 years?
Yeah, so quite a bit, honestly. One thing that we are launching this fall is a leadership cohort called Firefly. And I get tongue tied with it, sorry. But they are young 20-something-year-olds in the community, leaders in the community that are our founding committee putting this together for Rise Up. And it will be geared to other 20-something-year-olds, young 30-year-olds, people that want to learn how to be a communicator, a presenter, a leader in the community, and we'll teach them how to do it. And on the back end, with the caveat that they will be Rise Up volunteers, Rise Up presenters for a certain amount of time. I don't know if that time frame has been established by our founding committee yet, because it's all still very much in the works, but that is to be launched this fall, and it'll be six classes, I think is what they said, over the course of 3 months. So we'll be graduating cohorts a few times a year. They will get a stipend from Rise Up. They won't just be volunteers. I said volunteer a second ago, but they'll actually have some skin in the game, so to speak. So I'm very excited about that. So Firefly. We also have started training the trainer, and our hope is to do more of that. So when we go into schools or organizations, just like with our teen workshops, and we do the same or similar trainings for adults, teachers, parents, whomever who are working with that youth. We've always done that, but we haven't been intentional about it. So our plan is to be more intentional and push that program a little bit more. There is another program that I was going to talk about. And with all honesty, I was so excited about Firefly, it made me forget what it was. And I know if I remember, I will share with you. But there is a lot going on with Rise Up, and we're growing vastly, and I can't be more excited. I'm very humbled and honored to be able to be part of this work.
Yeah. Well, it is very exciting. Firefly sounds like a great program, just a way to get almost peers involved with helping their peers, right? And I think a foundation of helping is a great way to get into leadership skills and just feeling better about yourself. And so setting them up as you're doing, to have that sort of like personal success, I think is great. I mean, it sounds really exciting, and I wish I was still a young 20 something, because
Right?
I mean, I'm a young 38, right? But not quite 20 anymore. But that being said, as you come up with these new initiatives and these exciting new chapters of Rise Up, what are some of the biggest challenges that you're working to solve for your organization right now, or for the community as at large?
For our organization, it would be capacity and bandwidth, because it's just myself and one other person that runs Rise Up. So we're a
Mhm.
small but mighty team that works tirelessly behind the scenes to make sure that we're able to pour into our community. So that would be a goal for the next 3 to 5 years, is growing Rise Up, being able to expand our capacity and bandwidth to bring more of these workshops and trainings, more Firefly cohorts, etc. One thing that we're intentionally focusing on in 2026 for the community is being more. You asked about how many times does a teenager attend a workshop. Well, we want it to be more. We want it to not be as many one offs. We want to build and strengthen relationships with community centers, schools, programs, whoever wants to build and strengthen that relationship with us, so that we could become a stronger partner, key partner with some organizations and schools, so that we can build a stronger community. Yeah.
Awesome. I love that. So that being said, for anyone listening today who maybe wants to volunteer or be a leader in a workshop, what is the best way for someone to get involved with Rise Up?
Yeah, absolutely. So there are lots of people that maybe they're reluctant to become a presenter or lead some workshops, because maybe it's just they don't know what it's like. You can start small. They can attend one as an observer, or they can just volunteer with us on the back end on a committee, a fundraising committee, a finance committee, whatever the case may be, so they can learn Rise Up and learn how we do things first if they don't want to jump head first. If there's somebody that wants to jump head first, we are always looking for people to lead those workshops, to go into the schools, to pour into the next generation. We have a training program that we ask for, but it's not mandatory, not right now anyway. A training program for our volunteers to help them feel more comfortable and confident in doing that. We always need donors. We are a small, private, donor funded organization. We have to date not received any super large grants from any foundations or organizations. So we need more boots on the ground, grassroots community members to help support our mission. So there are lots of ways that they can support Rise Up.
Awesome. And how can they reach out and,
Oh,
and let you know that they're interested?
thank you. I forgot that part. Our website is riseupcooperative.org, and our email address is office or Sandy at riseupcooperative.org. So either of those email addresses or our website. We're also on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and I was about to say TikTok, which we are on it, but we don't post very much. So Facebook and Instagram.
Before I started Bad Golf for Good, I wasn't big on social media. Like, I occasionally post pictures of my dog, my kids, but now again, 38 years old, making TikToks, it gets a little weird, but it's fun.
I feel that.
It's a good way to reach people. Um, so speaking of, how can events like, Bad Golf for Good's Battle Putt Tournament, or other events in the area, help spread the word of Rise Up? What can we do at events like this to meet with you?
Yeah, I love to meet people. So just coming and talking to me and asking me about what Rise Up does and how you can get engaged. Spreading the share button that most people don't see, they overlook on social media, right? Hitting that share button and sharing the events that organizations like Bad Golf for Good is doing for organizations like Rise Up, getting it out in front of their network, because that algorithm, I'm learning so much about social media and algorithms and SEO through this experience, of building Rise Up. But that algorithm is going to put it in front of more people the more it's shared. So just making sure, and it's easy to do. If you can't attend the event, that's okay. Press that share button and make sure your network knows about it.
Awesome. Yeah, I love that. Great advice. So I appreciate you joining me today. So before we wrap up, if every listener could remember just one thing about Rise Up today, what would you want that to be?
That we are impacting the next generation to be our leaders, and that affects everybody, not just Rise Up, every single person.
Wow. Yes. Truly amazing work that you're doing, Sandy. Again, I'm super excited for you to be partnering with us at our next Battle Putt tournament. I look forward to seeing everyone there April the 30th, and that they can come and meet you and learn more, even more about your mission than what they've learned today. And hopefully you will even walk away with either some donations or some volunteers for your next workshops.
Awesome.
Because I know Chattanooga is filled with people with amazing experiences that they could really share with the youth of our community for a better tomorrow. So very excited for you to be joining us, at this next event. And again, I really appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you, Tommy. I appreciate yours as well and all that you're doing. Thank you so much.
Thank you for tuning in to Bad Golf for Good's nonprofit spotlight featuring founder and CEO of Rise Up Cooperative, Sandy Pricer. This has been Tommy Igo with Bad Golf for Good. Thank you again for tuning in. And if you want to learn more about Rise Up, you can visit riseupcooperative.org to find out more about their mission. We look forward to seeing everyone at the next Battle Putt event, April the 30th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. at Top Golf in Chattanooga. And until then, remember that golf changes lives. Go play.